Hello guys and welcome back to episode 6 of Prison Architect, and let's just remind ourselves what we were doing because I've forgotten since I played this last. We've still got somebody down here who is injured. When did that happen? Is there something going on that I should know about? I know we had some staff getting beaten up the other day, but I didn't know we had an injured prisoner. Maybe that happened a while ago and we still haven't got ourselves the medical centre yet. That is something we're working on because we've got this inmate health and well-being. So we're going to want to build a medical ward. We need to hire at least 2 doctors and a psychologist. And we also need to get the prisoners doing some work, such as laundry, working in the kitchen and cleaning. Well, we've got a cleaning cupboard. So that is fine. We need to build a laundry, and we've already got a kitchen. We'll probably need to build another cell block at some point. What are these prisoners up here up to? Just making sure that nobody is misbehaving too much. Yeah, they're a little bit concerned about their clothing. So we definitely need to get a cleaning cupboard up, not a cleaning cupboard, a laundry up and running. We may also get our medical centre sort of down here. Yeah, we could put it in line with the existing kitchen, I guess. There's no real reason why we can't do that. We might want to go ahead and make the yard slightly smaller. So let's just go ahead and find the yard. We should have one. I know these are colour-coded for something. They're yellow. There we go. So if I tell it to undo some of this, because the yard doesn't need to be quite that big, I don't think. There we go. We can always make the yard larger later on if we need to. I guess it doesn't need to be quite that small either. That'll probably do. So we've got some money in the bank. That is good. Let's go ahead and build the foundation. So we probably want to leave a gap here of 2 so we can build a path. And then what size do we want to make this? If we say this one's going to be the medical ward, so we could sort of make that 11 by 12. Not too sure which side we want to have the door on, to be honest. Might just have it on the top there. So we'll have the medical ward, and then we'll have another equal-sized room, which can be the laundry. It's not allowing me to do that for some reason. Let's just make this all one big room then, if we can. You won't let me do that for some reason. Okay then. There we go. Right, so that'll work out. And then it's a little bit shorter than the canteen, but that's fine. And we'll also want to go ahead and build a brick wall right through the middle. It's still going to be the wrong size now, isn't it? Because I have built that the wrong size. I now realise that I've done that. So that wasn't good. It needs to be 23, not 24. Let's try that again. Yeah, so 11 by 23, because then there'll be an equal number either side of the wall. So we'll go ahead. We will get ourselves a brick wall, put the brick wall straight down the middle. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so that should work out fine. We'll go ahead and unpause and let them get that built. We really do need to try and get a medical wing up as soon as possible. Oh, looks like someone's causing a spot of bother there. We've got some guards dealing with that. That is fine. I guess we could go ahead and get ourselves a couple more weight benches out here. Oh, they're still having some problems with people. Might end up with a riot at this point. Oh no, he's being taken away. That's fine. So yeah, we've got a couple of injured prisoners, and this is also a dangerous thing as well because the workmen are working quite close to where the prisoners are, and they do have a nasty habit of picking up tools and things that are left behind. Let's go ahead and just speed the game up slightly. I'm just going to turn my fan on here because it's actually a fair bit warm. So we'll wait for these guys to finish that. Some of these offices are looking very, very dirty. We do need them to be cleaned up. We've actually got another Polaroid down here in the warden's office. That's another one found that can obscure our screen for a little while. And look, we've got several injured workmen here, and we need to be able to patch them up, as well as the odd injured inmate. We're still managing to provide food to everybody. I'm also thinking about partially blocking off where these water boilers are, because I'm not terribly convinced that we need constant access to those water boilers. We are going to want staff doors on both of these buildings, so let's go and make sure we've got staff doors. We will want one on... we'll put them on the sides, I think, so they line up with these ones. So we'll have a staff door here, and we will have a staff door on this side as well. And of course we'll want to put some paths in, so let's go for... what type of path is this? Can't actually remember. I think it's just... Is it paving stone? I honestly don't recall. But let's run a couple of rows of it down here. Guess it only needs to go level with the door. And this side's already done anyway. So that's fine. Hopefully it'll all match up and it's the right type of material. What about if we wanted to bulldoze or something? Does it show me what it is? No, it doesn't. As long as it's some sort of path, it should be fine. All the prisoners are getting fed. There really is a lot of blood around all over the place. What have we got here? 12 prisoners have serious complaints and 2 prisoners are shackled in their cells. Well, that's their own fault, really. We've got some more money coming in. We probably do need to hire some more workers, and we will do at some point. Now, do we actually need anything in the cleaning cupboard? It's not telling me that it's missing anything. So I don't think there's anything specific that we need to have in there. The thing that I can see. Okay, this is now built. So are they going to be working on the brick wall down the middle? It doesn't look like they are. So go ahead and build that brick wall in there. Now obviously we have some issues with power. So let's go ahead and make sure we have an electrical cable running down into this building. Now we'll probably need hot water in the infirmary, but not really in the laundry. Well, I guess we could need it in the laundrette. So let's go ahead and make sure we get a couple of radiators. Where am I looking? Can't even see them now. Radiators. So we'll get one in here and one in here. We'll try and put them relatively close together. I'm hoping that boilers get left alone and everything. Let's go ahead and have a look for the water pipe. So we're going to want hot water pipe. We might just have to run a cold water pipe actually from the mains to reach this. So let's run a large water pipe all the way down here. And we'll run it to a boiler, which we will place here. And then we'll get some... That's going to need its own electricity supply, which is fine. And then we'll have some hot water that runs into the radiators. That should solve the problems, any problems we will have with heat. Now I will want to build some sort of wall around that, which we will do. Everyone's getting fed, which is good. We'll need to build another cell block at some point as well. We still haven't got the power in there. But let's go ahead and start assigning rooms. So we want to get ourselves a medical room, infirmary. So let's go ahead and make this our infirmary. It's not a massive infirmary. Now it's missing medical beds. It's the only thing that it really needs to actually get it started. So let's get some medical beds in here. So we'll get a few along the back wall. I guess we can get a few more. I'm not too sure how many we will need. But that seems like a good few. We will need to hire ourselves a couple of doctors. Hire at least 2 doctors. We've built the medical ward. That'll be finished as soon as one of the medical beds is put in. So then we just need to hire a psychologist. As soon as all this is done and at least one of those beds is in, then we should start getting some of these injured people dealt with. We've got a guy here with a knife who's actually being dealt with. Yep, So see, a lot of people getting a hold of stuff that they really shouldn't have. That is fine though. What have we got there? Job is blocked. Install medical bed. Oh no, it's being done. So we've got beds in there now. We now have an infirmary. We just need a psychologist. So let's go ahead and get ourselves one. We can't get one yet because we require psychology. So are we working on that? We are working on it. It is in progress. So let's make sure we keep that going. So that's going to take a little while. And we need to assign some prisoners to work in the kitchen. 3 prisoners to work in the cleaning cupboard. So we need to get ourselves a cleaning cupboard. We don't have one of those yet. Oh, there's the cleaning cupboard there. What was I building? Oh, this is the laundrette. Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Most of our... Oh, we've got an escape attempt. He's out. We have had 2 escapes today. This is really not good. We really need to probably increase the amount of guards, to be honest. So let's go ahead and get some more guards. Doesn't help that this guy's sort of stuck here in the doorway. I'm not too sure what he's doing. He's moving out now. But yeah, an escaped prisoner is not a good thing. We could build like a 3rd sort of bit of wall here. We need to start getting some dogs and things like that. At least we can start patching people up now. There's another Polaroid. And we do start getting some of these. So we've got a cleaning cupboard. So apparently we need to assign 3 members of staff to the cleaning cupboard. Not 3 members of staff, 3 prisoners to the cleaning cupboard. Well, I'm guessing we can't assign you to these directly. We need to have logistics for that. Allows prisoners to work around your prison and also manual control over canteen and laundry assignments. So we also need to work on logistics. We've got another Polaroid popping up everywhere. So I'm not too sure what this room is going to be now. Also not too sure why that wall looks like it isn't completed, or why there's a block there that I cannot see. But now we're left with an empty room. Oh, that was going to be the laundry, that was it. We want a laundry. There should be one here somewhere. I mean, again, I could just type it in, it'd be a lot easier. Laundry, we can't get it yet because we require prison labour. I've also just noticed a room that I'd never noticed before, the reception. Where prisoners are first taken when they arrive. Yeah, never actually used a reception. We could use this as the reception area, even though it is staff only, but that's fine, because it should be. So, if we were to turn this into reception... And what is it missing? It's missing an office desk, a table, and a chair. Okay, we can sort that out. So we want a table. Don't have a lot of room in here, really. We can get a table in there, and we need an office desk, wherever they've disappeared to. Well, we can put a chair in, that's not a problem. Let's go ahead and pop in a chair. And there's the office desk. So that'll make that into a reception. Still got some prisoners up here in the sort of holding cells. I would like to get some of these grants finished. Once that's done, we'll be able to pick some more. So the boiler in the kitchen should be safe. This boiler I actually want sort of closing in. I'm not too sure what's going on down here with the walls, because I can't see it. But I think this should be bricked in and have a staff door on it, possibly. So let's go and do that. It does take up a little bit of room in the yard, but we can always make the yard bigger later on. I'm just a little bit concerned about some of these boilers and the potential that they might actually get damaged or destroyed. So again, we'll put in a couple of brick walls on these ones. And then we will put in a couple of staff doors. Just so workmen can get to them should they need to. We probably want a method of turning the water off in here. Where does our water source come down to? It comes down to here. So we probably want to go and put a pipe valve on there as well. That'll be fine. 3 prisoners are shackled in their cells. We don't have people with serious complaints at the moment, although 9 of them are suppressed, which is kind of their own fault, really. We're just waiting for that research to finish. There's only 30 game minutes left. As soon as that is done... No, it's not that one. I'm looking at the wrong thing completely. Oh, wait for funds. That's going to be done in 2 hours. Can we hire the psychologist yet then? Is that done? Where am I looking? Psychologist. No, still requires psychology. How long do we have on that? 10 minutes. 10 minutes and that will be done. Fantastic. And we've got some more prisoners, and that should be done actually. So let's go ahead and hire our psychologist. We want him in this room, and hopefully he will go in that room. It says he requires office. There are offices here. Okay, I'm a little bit confused now. Lock that open. And you move in there. Requires office. You've got an office. Did I not assign these as offices? Is that the problem? That's probably the problem, isn't it? Where are we? Offices. Yeah, I didn't actually assign them as offices. That's the issue there. This should all be okay. Now we just want this on normal mode. And if we unpause... Yep, there we go. And he's going into the one that is on the staff side. Brilliant. So that is one of those grants finished. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and have a look what the other grants are. We want reports. Yeah, nobody's injured anymore, which is a very good thing. And we want ourselves... Yeah, we can start adjusting the regime manually. What we could do if we wanted to is sort of give them a little bit more free time. And not actually assign specific... not actually assigning specific shower time, because that allows them to basically shower whenever they want to, which is slightly better. We can also do different things for minimum, normal, and maximum security, but we don't really need to do that. Let's actually finish what I was supposed to be doing, the reason I went in there, under grants. So that short-term investment one is almost finished in 42 minutes. I guess we could go for another long-term investment. Or we could start working on the next cell block. I think we'll start working on the next cell block. Gives us a nice big advance. Got to raise our prisoner capacity to 50. We'll pretty much copy the design for the block that we already have. Let's go ahead and unpause the game again now. And people are finding alcohol and stuff. This is new prisoners coming in though. They're in reception. So they're getting dealt with in there. I think this might have been the problem. Maybe people weren't getting searched on the way in because we didn't have a reception. Maybe that was one of the issues. So, what are we waiting on at the moment? We're waiting for these funds, which will be done in 10 minutes. Now then, we do need to get some research done. We need to do prison labour, because that will allow us to actually get the prisoners to do stuff. So we want prison labour. So let's start working on that. So we'll just wait for those funds to finish. And as soon as they are... There we go, some money in the bank. So let's just go and work on that other long-term investment. We might as well get that done. So what we want to do now is we want to plan out another cell block, the same as the one we have. So we're going to go back to planning. Trying to remember the size of this. This was 15 by 54. So we're going to build one the same size, basically. So we'll leave a gap of 2. So we want to make this 15 by 54. So that is the exact same size. And then we're going to want to have exactly the same layout as we have here. So I'm just trying to get it all planned out to make sure that it is done correctly. Yeah, because we've got a space of 3 in the middle, so that is fine. One lot of solitary cells on either side. So that is fine. And then we will have all of the individual cells put in. So let's go ahead and work on the foundations first. Now, one thing that you can do, which is something that is really nice, is you can use the this quick build, this blueprint thing, which allows you to clone. Oh, they've actually got some stuff sort of already built. That's pretty pretty handy. They don't quite fit my sort of current build. I still prefer to build the buildings manually, because the problem is they tend to copy the lights, which can be problematic, because then you end up doubling up on lights that are in buildings, so that is an issue. We also need to go and make sure that we've got our doors in there, so we'll have a large jail door, and I think we'll have one on both ends of that as well. Let's make sure we're unpaused so the builders can get to work on that. Now, we might find out that we start having some power issues, so we probably are going to have to build some more power and water. So what I would like to do in that case as well is build some concrete walls we actually used for that. So let's keep it all looking the same. So let's build concrete walls up to here, and we will we'll actually extend this room. We're putting some more paving just so that we can get up to the door nice and quickly. I don't think we're actually going to need to get into here all that often, but I guess it makes sense to have the paving. And again, we can sort of just go up to the staff room here and just make it all look nice as well. Not too sure what we used here. Maybe it was paving slabs. I don't actually remember. Now, we will probably want to come down here to the laundry. So we'll go and put the paving in there as well. They're going to have to chop these trees down, so that's going to take them a little bit of time. And we'll put some more power in and some more water up here. We might actually clone the cells, because cloning the cells does tend to make it a little bit quicker. But like I said, it's when they clone the lights that it becomes a problem. When selected, lights will automatically be placed throughout your newly created buildings once they are finished. They're saying the problem is when I used to clone, it used to clone lights as well. And that is the problem that I have with it. We'll try it out. We'll try out the cloning tool. If the cloning tool still copies lights, then next time we do it, we'll remember to turn the auto lights off when we build the new building. If the cloning tool no longer copies lights, then we can just use it as it is, and that should be fine. Either way, I'm going to pause the game here because we've gone over the 20-minute mark. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Prison Architect. I'll see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.